Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central PM time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. And guys, yes, it is the fact that we are right now sitting at 47k. The big question today is whether this is the top or not, and whether Mladen is gonna sell or not, right? So Mladen did a short position on Bitcoin because he believes that is the top. And so we need to short squeeze Mladen out of the trade, and once he, capitulates, then we go to the moon. No, then we short. How's everybody doing in the chat? As you can see, we got a little bit poll going on in the top corner of the chat. 47k top, yay or nay? 67 people says no. Only 30% think it's the top. Mladen is probably one of the guys that believes that we are at the top, which I don't believe, but there's that. And I don't believe the 47k is the top just yet. I mean, it could be, and there is a good reason why that could be the top. We don't know, but from what I've seen right now in the morning, it does not seem like a top to me. It seems like we are at the resistance level, but I don't think it's the top. Not only that, our theory has been, or Mladen theory has been, and my theory has been by other lines, that 46k might be the top major resistance level between 46 and 50k, 46 and 48k. A lot of people are looking at 48k because of Fibonacci levels. 50k is the another major resistance. I don't know, it's both psychological resistance level. So give or take 47, 48, 49, 50k. There is a box definitely up there. There is the blue box over here. As you can see over here, there's blue box. We are right now at the top of that blue box over here at 47k. If you go above that, there is another line up here, a little bit up here, higher than that, at 50k, give or take. And the question is, whether that's gonna be the top or not. How higher are we gonna go? Not only that, there is right now not that much stuff on Bitcoin chart that tells us that we are at the top. I mean, oftentimes when you come to some kind of resistance level and you look at that, you often can see that it's topping out. Why? You see some kind of overextensions. You see volume dropping down heavily. Is volume dropping down heavily right now? I mean, technically it is dropping down a little bit up here towards upside over here, but it's dropping a little bit over here as well. So we might or might not be, coming to the top, but it's kind of going kind of sideways-ish. Sideways-ish up here. Over here it's going towards upside. So I cannot say that volume is dropping now, but you will oftentimes see some kind of reasons for why we should be at the top. And there is of course the channel as well here at the top that we are hitting right on the dollar right now. There is a channel you can see up here, right here on the top. These are different lines, 47 to 58k, but this 47k level resistance. This is the empty space that I drew yesterday, so don't mind that. But there is a channel over here. There is a channel over here that we are hitting at the top right now. So we are at resistance level, but we cannot just say right now that we are topping out and it's kind of over. So we need to see a little bit more price action and see how price reacts to those resistance level, and then we can actually say whether that's top or not. Now, even though Mladen did a short on Bitcoin at 46 point something k, he took large profits. So congratulations to Mladen. He did 10x or something like that from down from, I don't know, from how low he did. So we can make him fun of Mladen, but he's laughing all his way to the bank, as they say, right? How's everybody doing in the chat? Gop, hi, how you doing, man? Cryptoras, good morning, what's up, man? Gort, 48, not 47, but probably week to 50. Week to 50. BitConnect, the beauty, how you doing, man? Chuppies to the moon. Yeah, today is the day I buy chuppies. I was way tired yesterday to do anything with my money, so I was like, yeah, I just hope this doesn't pump anymore, because I need to sleep well before I do anything. I've noticed that every time I try to buy and sell and trade or something like that, when I'm tired, it doesn't go that well. So I always let me sleep well and then do stuff. Ice coffee, I'm not late. You're not late. on the dollar. Yo, what's up? The green is going. How you doing, man? Chep is claiming. There we go. Okay, so let's see what's actually happening in Bitcoin. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And on Wednesday, you know, the rumors are the Wednesday will be the ETF day. I'm a little bit unsure about that. And I've seen, you know, a couple of people talking about, you know, how it might get rejected and we might get a big dump. And you remember what happened right over here? You remember what happened right over here on this red candle over here? This is the rumor. And I thought it was very, very funny because some guy posted from some paper or something like that. You never heard about the guy or the paper before. Suddenly everybody is huge fear that, you know, ETFs are getting rejected. And they said like, yeah, rumor is they're gonna get rejected. And then we had a huge dump on the rumors or fake news that, you know, it's gonna get rejected. So you saw what's happening. So if we do actually get rejected by the ETFs, and everybody right now expects, I think most people expect, you know, the ETFs to be approved. If we do get rejected, you know what kind of dump it's gonna be. You know what kind of dump it's gonna be. So we hope that doesn't happen. We hope that doesn't happen. Now we are at minus 0.47% right here at the top. Now if you look at a 5-minute chart up here on Bitcoin, I mean, this doesn't look like a topping out chart. I mean, is this, have you seen tops that looks like the, you know, goes to some kind of resistance level and then goes sideways? I mean, those are not the tops. Those are not the tops. The price doesn't go hit the resistance level and then go sideways. Yes, it can pull back a little bit, but it's still not the top. Still not the top. You will see tops are like, you know, and you see tapping of resistance levels, right? You know, tapping of resistance level, you know, going like this over here towards the resistance level, that's not the top, right? So I don't see actually topping out pattern. But this is a 5-minute time frame. If you look at a 1-hourly time frame, this looks like a double top up here that goes towards downside. Up here it might be some kind of, you know, bull flag over here that's being created right now, but still doesn't look like a top because this is, you know, some kind of high level, you know, this is lower high up here on the top. You know, we don't have any kind of, you know, break above that, you know, try to take out the shorters or anything like that. So to me it does not seem like, you know, it's topping out. And even yesterday we were talking about this part over here, it still didn't look like, you know, any kind of, you know, topping out pattern. You know, you don't go to the, you know, 46 level and then you're kind of going sideways up here for a long time and then, you know, for whatever reason go towards downside. Over here I actually thought that this over here might have been the top because this is, you know, some kind of sideways motion, but you know, this is a big move towards upside, and I thought, you know, if it manages to break over here towards downside, and it might be, you know, some kind of top, because oftentimes these kind of patterns up here where you have probably, you know, big move towards upside, you start curving towards upside, and then you do this, you know, wick towards upside to get out the shortest, and then you continue towards downside. But there is no sell-off just yet. I mean, nobody's selling, guys. Nobody's selling. I don't see any kind of selling pressure on the charts. Yes, we on a 4-hour time frame, you'll see up here that, you know, came to the top and slowly, you know, the selling is increasing up here towards downside, and I do believe we might actually fall back a little bit towards downside over here. But you know, however you look at it right now, you know, we are still very nicely positioned on the chart. And not only that, the trend is your friend, and you know, until the fat lady sings and stuff like that, right? It does not look like any kind of, you know, top line. It doesn't matter how you draw these channels over here. We are still in the rising channel up here. Even if you pull something like this over here, we are still in the channel, and as long as we are in the channel, it's all good, guys. As long as it's all good. There is another thing that I want to, you know, talk about up here. That's the halvings up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's turn off, you know, other stuff on the chart so we can see this nicer. Halving is coming very, very closely, guys. This is around, yeah, I'm thinking that, you know, you can move this line a little bit, whether that's going to be March or April, something like that. Let me double check that. Bitcoin halvings clock, something like that. I think next Bitcoin halving. So the next Bitcoin halving is 99 days, guys. Three months, give or take, 3 months plus couple of days, 8 hours, 22 minutes, 28 seconds, and 462 milliseconds. So, you know, the date is April 17, at least from what figuring it out. So April 17 up here, April, yeah, 15, 17, give or take. So you can see up here, we are not that far away from the halving date. And if you look at the previous halving dates, over here we topped out at, you know, 13K, but you know, we topped out something like I don't know, this is a weekly time frame. We topped out 46 weeks before the date, right? And right now we only have 14 weeks left, right? So if you go back over here, 14 weeks left, that's right up here. Right up here, that's the just before the COVID dump. Now that said, in the previous just before the previous bull market up here, I was actually thinking that this move up here is the move that's gonna, you know, bring us towards the stops. So this was a black swan event that pushed us towards downside, but I thought already down here at between 7 and 8k, this was some kind of bottom over here, and it's just gonna go over from this point over on. Now we did get a black swan event, stuff like that, but you can see up here, even like, you know, this 14 weeks, maybe like 20 weeks before that, we already started going towards the upside. Now every time after the halving, we just continue pumping towards the upside. Every time beside this part over here we had a halving, because we exploded just into the halving over here. Just before that, we pulled a little bit towards downside. There was a wick over here, we consolidated and continued towards upside. But you can technically say this is just also going towards upside over here in middle after halving. And over here is very obvious that, you know, just after a halving, you know, this just explodes towards upside. So we are still assuming, because we have no reason to believe anything else, that you know, beside that, you know, after the halving, we're gonna pump, guys. We're gonna pump. There is nothing right now that tells us that after a halving we're gonna do this move towards downside. I mean, and we are so far into, you know, we are so close into the close to the halving right now, and this last move towards the upside, that it is very, very hard for me to believe anything else than you know, consolidation, move up here, a little bit pullback or whatever. And whether that pullback, you know, the other thing we're gonna look at, whether this is gonna go up to 46k, pullback up here, and then do this move towards upside. Because this to me looks like it's going into parabolic move towards upside, guys. It looks like it's going towards parabolic move towards upside, and this parabolic move towards upside, of course, can get us, you know, to all-time high before they actually, you know, before the halving actually. Right now, before I did not believe that. Right now, I do believe that maybe, just maybe, we might get getting all-time high, or you know, previous high before the halving, because it is very probable. I mean, there is no reason why this cannot just, you know, continue over here towards upside up here, then pull a little bit back, and then after halving break the all-time high up here. If we go before the halving up here to all-time high, a lot of, you know, FOMO might happen. Then we can have a big dump over here, and then, you know, after that big dump, we can have the last move towards upside, right? There is a whole bunch of ways this can actually play out, but the first thing first, whether the 47k is the resistance, and you know, Mladen learned his lesson over here, because 46k, you know, he sold at 46k, took nice profits on that. But the lesson we can learn on that is that there are no such thing. Resistance needs to be rejected, right? And I learned this lesson a long time ago. When you get to the resistance level, we are not sure whether that's going to be rejected or broken, because eventually all the resistance level gets broken. But what we are looking at, first of all, we can see that, you know, there is a major level of resistance over here. You know, for whatever reason, there might be a line, there might be a horizontal line, there might be a box, whatever, right? We know there is a, you know, major level of resistance over here. It's only when you get to that level that you can actually analyze the chart and, you know, figure out whether this is, you know, some kind of topping out pattern, whether there's some kind of overextension, whether there is something on the chart that tells you that, okay, this is right now the top, right? If this just, you know, explode towards the upside, extend from everything and started doing some kind of topping out pattern, then we can say, okay, this is the top right now, it's gonna pull back hard, right? But over here, you know, we had a nice move up here above the resistance level over here, slow move towards the upside, you know, in an exhaustion pattern. We broke that exhaustion pattern, consolidated up here, right now breaking again toward upside. I mean, it is a slow move towards 46, 47k, 48k. It is a very slow move, and even though it does not look like a slow move, it looks like a fast move. Like we already had this, you know, consolidation for a month's time up here below the 46k. So just right now, you know, this last pump towards upside to 47, you know, big dump towards downside, it doesn't seem that credible right now, at least not to me. So right now I am on the bandwagon that we might just see, you know, something like, you know, 60k levels up here very, very soon. Now, the lines, guys, the lines, and you can see up here on the monthly time frame. I posted this in the chat yesterday. On the monthly time frame, there, let's go to the monthly time frame. You'll see that over here on the monthly time, from this last resistance level towards these tops up here, there is actually nothing left. So between 46k, 47k.1 and all the way up here to 58k.6, there is literally empty space. Now there are resistance level on the small time frames like weekly or something like that. Up here, over here, there are a couple of resistance levels. I mean, there is a resistance level over here, there is a resistance level over here that's around 50-51 level, right? Then there are, you know, these couple of resistance level over here. I mean, there are definitely resistance level. There might be even some kind of lines over here between that. But on big time frames, major levels of resistance, there is literally empty space between 47.1 and 58. Now, again, 47.1 being the major resistance level up here towards the top, up here right now. Again, the question is whether this is the top or not. Now, we can look at some kind of, you know, we can look at some kind of volume up here. You can see up here, volume is kind of going down a little bit, but you know, I cannot say that it is crashing towards downside. Maybe people are just believing, like a lot of other people that use regular chart for the channel. I mean, sorry. I always forget to, you know, set this back to the regular chart. I put this to logarithmic chart because I was on this chart over here, so I put it on regular because it's easy to see stuff like that. But I always forget. To get back. There should be some kind of warning sign. You are on logarithmic chart. You are being scammed. Put it back to the regular chart. There should be some kind of big warning, big fat letters in red, blinking. Put it back in regular chart mode. You know, but yeah, Mlan is completely right. I think you see up here the lines are, you know, if you go to the logarithmic chart, these lines get a little bit, you know, messed up, but you know, the lines are pretty much on the dollar over here. But we are at 47.1. That's a major level of resistance on the monthly time frame right now. The big question is whether this is top or not. There is a reason why this is not the top. And right now, the only thing we can conclude actually up here is that this move up here, right now, if this continues, you know, by April 2024, by halvening up here, right? The halvening is April 15, 16, 17 up here. I mean, this can just, you know, continue pumping up until halvening and then go after a halvening a little bit and then, you know, pull back and go towards upside. But you know, the trend is your friend, and until Fat Lady sings, you know, Fat Lady has to sing, and you know, the Fat Lady hasn't sung yet. So until this trend is broken, we cannot say that, you know, it's over. And it does not look broken to me, guys. It does not look broken to me. We are still in this very nice trend. You know, we are trending up here very nicely towards upside up here. Eventually this trend will get broken, and when it gets broken we can say that, you know, okay, now 47k is the top up here if it does that, but it might take a little bit while, right? We need some kind of price action to see that people are selling. We need to see some kind of, you know, some kind of price action that it goes back below the support levels over here at 44k, 45k give or take. We need to see you know, move out of the channel, but none of that has happened just yet, right? So all good and dandy. And if you look at a weekly time frame over here, you also see that we have the divergence that we had yesterday, and it's still divergence even after this pump towards upside. So the price is going towards upside, the RSI is still going towards downside. That is divergence, but like we always use, say if this continues pumping up here towards upside, there will be no divergence at the end of that, right? So divergences are a lagging indicator. We cannot actually just believe that, you know, you got the divergences, you got to pull back. It's not how it works. Also, the momentum up here during consolidation has been going towards downside, but I can see right now that we have a green momentum that's actually increasing again towards upside. This is actually very, very bullish, because if you had this move towards upside while the momentum is still decreasing towards downside with the divergence up here, I would say that's actually a bad sign. But you know, I don't see bad signs, guys. I don't see bad signs on the chart. So I am not overly bullish just yet, you know, and it's like that. Oftentimes when you read my previous messages, use regular chart for channel, chappies, maybe the retest telling you the news. We retest the channel on the we retest the channel on the two weekly. If you break above, we bullish. Maybe the retest telling you the news. Maybe it is. Which channel though? Which channel though? There are many channels on 2 weekly chart. So it, you know, retest. Oh, you mean this retest? Ah, it might be that. So over here, you know, this is first hit on the 46 levels, give or take. This is second hit, you know, retest. Maybe the retest is telling us the news. Is that what you mean? I hope that's what you mean. It might be that. Doesn't matter. The news are tomorrow, guys. ETFs gonna get launched tomorrow. So we're gonna see the reaction from the markets. Maybe we pump into the new ETF news. I've shown you the chart yesterday. I just reading the chat. I showed you the chart yesterday. Where are the photos? And let me just find the correct chart. This one over here. Copy. I've shown you this yesterday. And you know, is this the case? Because right now over here, that this might have been some kind of expanding musical instrument where we go towards upside. Let me just avoid, you know, this might have been some kind of expanding musical instrument where we go towards upside. And exactly on Wednesday, you know, we hit some kind of, you know, 50k levels, right? Exactly on the news, when ETFs get launched, we hit some kind of 50k levels and then we dump towards the downside. It might be that, I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna react to the market. Right now the market is telling us that, you know, we are bullish. There is not much selling. We are still pumping towards upside. And if the ETFs, for example, gets launched and everybody becomes bullish and this pumps towards upside, first of all, there will be no more divergence on the RSI. You can bet your sweet monkey ass that, you know, that's not gonna happen, right? Because if this continues pumping towards upside, this RSI is gonna go above 80 levels or something like that. Up here towards upside, I mean, there will be no divergence, which is actually very good. The momentum will also start continuing to increase up here towards upside. I mean, everything will become super bullish towards some kind of top. So can we see some kind of 60k levels at that point? I definitely believe that. And I haven't seen that much mainstream, you know, people, retail, being in crypto right now, so nobody's not seeing that much. So I think if you get like 60k levels, you know, we might get some kind of FOMO into Bitcoin, where you know, mainstream actually start FOMO in, which might actually push us, you know, give us nice dump back down to, you know, whatever, 50k levels or something like that. And then after that, after the halving, is going towards upside. Regardless, we only have 14 weeks left, 99 days left, less than 100 days left until the halving. As you've seen before, after the halving, it's pretty much game over. It's pretty much game over. You know, we survived the bear market over here. We survived the bear market. We were down here in the accumulation zone for a very long time. It's been good times. Up here nobody believed this is, you know, the start of the bull market. Over here everybody believes that bull market has started. Up, you know, right now everybody is waiting still for that pullback that never comes. So, you know, this move towards upside might be very much legit up here towards upside. But what did we learn from this? What did we learn? We learned that, you know, when there is blood on the streets and nobody believes in anything, you know, you buy. We also learned that the bull market started here and not over here, right? Now everybody wishes they bought, you know, 50k Bitcoin, you know, but they didn't, right? So, you know, there are always some kind of lessons we can learn from the charts. And right now, we are very nicely positioned. The way I see it, we are nicely positioned. Now, altcoins are not, you know, up... actually, altcoins, you know, Bitcoin is up like 200%, but, you know, most altcoins are, you know, up a lot. Beside this crap, I don't know what this crap is. What's this? Anchor. Anchor is up, you know, only 88%. So Cardano is up a lot more than 88%. Cardano is up, you know, 180%, just like Bitcoin, 180%. It's pulled back down here a little bit. Polkadot up here is up something like 160%. So yeah, Solana is up, you know, way much, way much, like 6x. 7x towards upside from the bottom, you know. So there are definitely coins that have outperformed Bitcoin. Most coins have not outperformed Bitcoin, and we can also still see that on the dominance chart over here. And we still see that from yesterday's, you know, analysis that, you know, this dominant chart is still going towards upside a little bit. I'm still waiting for meme season, guys. I'm still waiting for meme season. I'm still waiting for second part of the altcoin season. And the meme season will come, guys. If you don't believe in the meme season, you know, that's up to you. But as soon as we get to some kind of top, there should be altcoins pumping like crazy. There should be meme season right after that. And yesterday, when everybody is still talking about Bitcoin, I said in the chat round 2 for altcoin season, and what you're gonna see here is that a lot of altcoins did these moves and did these large pullbacks. So if you look at pullbacks on altcoins over here, guys, this over here is 37% pullback on AVAX. Azeroth pulled back something like 32%. Polkadot up here pulled back 32%. H-bar pulled back 30%. VeChain pulled back 30%. XRD, Radix, I don't know, this let's not talk about Radix. Matic pulled back something like 30%. So you can see like a lot of altcoins pulled back already 30%. So while Bitcoin is not pulling back, altcoins did pull back. So I think that altcoins are ready for round 2 of the pump, guys. Altcoins are ready for round 2, and it's only a matter of time before people notice that. But like we said, bull market started at 20-15k. Altcoin season round 2 is starting now because it's down, like it's pulled back. So it did this move. So right, the first move was from September, October over here. First move was towards upside. Right now it dumped down 30%. So people believe, oh, it's going to continue bleeding towards downside. And then we do another move. And what is this? This is a regular, normal move, of the chart. It goes up, it pulls back. It goes up, it pulls back, right? So the pullback up here, I think it's already done. And right now, a lot of these coins are sitting down at the bottom. So I think round 2 for altcoin season, guys, very well done. It's going to pump. It's going to pump. Instead, the date of the ET is the same date as the new moon. Yeah. Retest, Mlana, isn't a retest move after a breakout back down to the breakout point? What Tila was showing was more like a double top. But double top is also a retest. Retest just means you are testing some resistance or some support 2 times. That is a retest. You can have a retest however you want, or however you look at it. I mean, that's a retest, right? So over here, let's say this is some kind of line up here, and this is a retest right over here. If you believe that the retest is towards downside over here, you just did not mean to do that. Which button do I press? This button. Over here there's a retest of the support, right? I mean, you don't have to break something and then retest that go other way around. I mean, retest is just tapping certain line 2 times. That's a retest. Everyone's super bullish. The ETF is assumed to be approved. This is the time to be careful. We are careful, but we are waiting for something that tells us that this is the top. Double top is bearish retest though. No, it doesn't have to be. It could be, it does not have to be. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. It could be. I mean, you've often seen the time, test, retest up here, consolidation, third test, break, and then continue towards the upside. Rising wedge, breaking towards upside, very common. Hit it, test, towards the upside. I mean, it does not have to be bearish. 2 weekly, check in the group. Let's check the line chart. There is nothing in the group. You posted it somewhere else, but not in my group. This one. Okay, this is line chart. Let's see up here. So up here is 46k, so we pulled back a little bit up here. Right now we're going up here to 47k or something like that, right? To this other high up here. But even you can see even on this chart over here that this first touch was all the way up here towards the top, but this 47 is up here. But if you look at this other channel that goes towards the downside, this actually looks broken, which is actually very, very nice. So the question is whether this other channel is correct or not. Let me look at that channel, because I don't have these channels. I'm looking at these channels, but there are other channels over here. So this over here looks broken, right? But we can actually draw it something like this over here. And then it's not broken, right? Let's find a clean chart. And let's just remove everything because we're done talking about that. Let's go to the monthly time frame over here. And I think this should go over here. This looks like 61 top. No, I still like these two tops up here and this bottom over here, give or take, right? So this is what we've been looking at all along. I mean, we are quite there. We are there right now, right? We are at 47 something, right? We are at that top. It could just as well be the top. We just don't know, guys. We just don't know. I mean, there are major level of resistance up here, right? This is a 45 level, but right now this next one up here is exactly on the dollar up here at 47.1. That's where we are right now. And even though we can say that you know, this is some kind of top, I mean, this price action over here doesn't look like very topish to me. Not only that, this channel up here, wherever you want to draw the channel, we are still in the channel, saying, you know, if this is gonna be the top over here, if this is gonna be the top, I should assume there should come some kind of price action up here on the daily time frame, maybe something like, I mean, you will see some kind of price action over here, some kind of pattern, you know, being created that's gonna start pushing us towards downside and dumps us. But right now I think it's way too early, because if you look at a 4-hourly time frame up here, yes, we are pulling a little bit back, but you know, slowly pulling back towards downside up here, but nothing major. Over here we did kind of same thing up here, pull a little bit and then I had a big dump. Maybe that's gonna be the case up here, and then, you know, we get rejected by the ETFs and then towards downside. You never know, because if you get rejected by the ETFs, you know, you can expect something like, you know, 10, you know, this was a 11% dump, so, you know, next time it's gonna be like, you know, 20% dump down here. 20% dump. Less push up than mother of dumps, 48.52 max. Now imagine if we break the 52k. What is everybody gonna do? Everybody, so we have been looking at 46 Fibonacci, guys. Let's go to the chart over here, weekly chart. We've been looking at 46k level, right? We're still looking at that. Fibonacci, guys, been looking at 48k level. People who look at psychological resistance look at 50k level, and then this guy Abby says 52 for some reason, I don't know. And as you can see over here, imagine if you break all of these levels. What is, like, I mean, nobody believes, there are very few people who believe that we are going to go all the way toward the 60k level. Right now, I'm one of these people right now that, you know, that's saying that, you know, we just might do that. Because if we break all of this resistance up here, everybody's going to be in disbelief up here at the top and be like, oh my God, I just sold. Check Chappies. Okay, let's check Chappies. Chappies BitChat. Ooh, that's very nice. Oh, it's pumping. It's pumping how much? 38%. Very, very nice. It's finally out of the channel. Maybe get a retest up here on Chappies, right? Maybe get a retest on Chappies. You see down here, this is what I'm talking about. It came down to, you know, 15. I was thinking it might just come down a little bit long down here to 1. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. Maybe it does this move up here, touch it, and then go towards the upside. ICP to the moon. That's scam thing. Oh, maybe not. But it does look nice. It does look nice. So we're gonna see that. Maybe there will come some kind of retest. ICP to the moon. You know, I have never been, you know, fan of ICP ever since, you know, I got launched at, you know, $700 or something like that, and it went down forever. And you know, the only people that talk about ICP are, you know, bag holders, just like XRP. And even you know, Cryptos R Us, you know, George, the George guy doesn't want to talk about ICP. Why? Because ICP is hugely centralized, at least from what he says. And I just don't see any, you know, hype about ICP. I don't see what it is. Like, nobody talks about ICP. The only people that are talking about ICP is that ICP is gonna pump because reasons. I mean, it is gonna pump like everything else. Like, if Luna can pump, Luna Classic, a coin with zero fundamentals anymore, a coin no longer in use, if that can pump, if a meme coin that's called Pregnant Butt can pump, you know, anything can pump. I'm not saying the ICP is not gonna pump. All I'm saying is that, you know, this is not on the same level as, you know, Matic or Solana or anything else. Yes, it's up like hugely up here, but you know, every coin goes up huge. It's pumping, right? And we can talk about ICP in the ways we talk about, you know, meme coins and stuff like that, but you know, it's not like, oh my god, this stuff is good, like this is you know, next Ethereum, this is next BNB, this is next something else, right? It's pumping, sure, it's nice. Everything pumps. It's down 99.999%. Of course it's gonna pump. Everything pumps. So it's not like I, you know, see coin and says, oh, this is crap, this is never gonna pump. No, I'm pretty sure every shitcoin, as the worse shitcoin it is, the higher it pumps. I mean, Bitcoin pumped 200%. This crap pumped like 500%. Now, what is a shitcoin? Bitcoin or this thing? Now, I would still say the Bitcoin is better than this. Why? Because, you know, in 10 years time, I do believe that Bitcoin is still gonna be there. This, very uncertain. Maybe it's gonna be there. I don't know fundamentals, but you know, there is that. That said, everything pumps, guys. Everything pumps. Doesn't matter what kind of coin you have, everything pumps. I took profits on BNB and want nothing more to do with it. I am a little bit, I'm not bearish on BNB, like it's not gonna die still. What are we buying then? We are buying everything. Todd, we are buying everything. So where is the BNB up here? And I mean, BNB chart looks nice. I mean, still like, you know, technically in accumulation zone over here. Technically accumulation zone below 340. But this over here was last accumulation zone up here. When it dropped down here, you remember how much FUD we had? And then it dropped down even more. I didn't think it's gonna drop down this much up here. Just like Bitcoin, I didn't think it's gonna drop down anymore. But it did drop down, consolidate and explode up here. But I thought this move is just gonna go towards upside, because we had capitulation over here. And then we had the capitulation of the capitulation, so secondary capitulation. And then consolidated and then moved towards upside. But I was very much bullish over here. I'm not as bullish on BNB as I was before. Don't talk shit about my chappies because you didn't buy when I told you. It's only up 30%, you know. Yeah, I have time. I'm gonna do it today, man. I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna buy your chappies today. But that thing better pump like AI tech, man. Maybe TLI hates money. Gort! Okay, guys, there is not much to talk about, you know, besides altcoins and stuff like that, but, you know, I don't think we are at the top yet. That's the message for today. I don't think this is topping out yet. I think we need to see some kind of, you know, price action. I think we need to wait for the ETFs rumors to play out tomorrow. There are three ways this can play out tomorrow. Number one, we get ETF approval. Number two, we get ETF disapproval. And number three, we get ETF rumor that, you know, it's not gonna be decided just yet. It's gonna be decided next week, right? So I think undecisiveness, that, you know, it's not decided yet, is good for us. Approval can be both good and bad, but I think it's gonna be good. And if it gets rejected, I think we're gonna dump hard. Yeah, it's going to 5x. Only 5x. Dude. I'm not buying meme coins for 5x, you know. I'll buy ICP for 5x. I buy Solana for 5x. I'm not buying meme coins for 5x. When has a rumor date ever come on time? You saying something there. Okay, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Let's end the poll. 71% think that 47k is not the top. 70%. So there is that. but maybe it is. If too many people think it's not the top, maybe it's the top. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna go do stuff. I'm gonna go buy chappies maybe. I just bought chappies. I want my 5x now. Guys, the chappy is not financial advice, neither from me, nor Milan, or anybody else. We are just talking about, you know, random coins. That's I'm gonna go and you know, listen to Milana a little bit, and then you know, do some other stuff. Hope you have a nice day. I'll see you around, guys. I'll see you around. Where is my outro? That is my outro. Bye bye. See you around. Enjoy the day. Go and post on Twitter how Bitcoin is gonna go to 200k.